What does it mean to be a wife? Many ladies do not know what it means to be a wife. They think they know. A wife, just like the husband, defines the entire scope of your ministry to your husband. Not your husband and your father, not your husband and his family. Under the dimension of a wife, your ministry is only to your husband. Let me use this opportunity and challenge many ladies who can keep their men as second place. You love your father, your mother, your brother, your uncle so much. Everything you do to your husband, you do to everyone else. You are not a wife. You are not a wife. That dimension of being a wife is a dimension that creates an office for the man to feel like the man in your life. That is the dimension where you bring the king out of that man. That is the dimension where you let the man know that you are not like all other men. You are exclusive, and I demonstrate it in every way possible. By meeting your emotional need, by looking physically attractive for you. Oh yes. Hello. By now, I know you are aware that physical attraction means a lot to men. If you are not aware, you are hearing it now. Are you getting me? Don't think because you get married. I'm not talking of nudity. Don't get me wrong. Are you getting the point? I'm not talking of nudity and seduction. No, no. But I've seen so many men depressed over their wife. They just get married 5 years, 10 years, and the woman is looking as if she's 100 years old. She does not care. She has thrown away her wifehood because she thinks she's giving birth to plenty children, and the man is frustrated. He looks at another lady who is 10 times older than her, and she's looking like an angel, and his own wife is looking like whatever it is there. Please don't play games with men. Let me tell you, any man, I don't care whether anointing oil is on top of his head, Jesus is written on top of his head, there is a dimension. A lady was wired by God to make a man feel like a man. If you don't do it, it's because of negligence, not because you have not been equipped. And that has nothing to do with seduction. From your physical outlook, let the man be proud of you. Not a lady that you just got married and the man says, come and escort me somewhere. You just dress as if you are going for a night vigil, and he's looking smart, looking like a young man. You are there embarrassing him, and he said, honey, you can just sit at the car. Honestly, I'll be brief. I'll just come and say, no, I must come. I want to see what you are hiding. If nobody has told you, I'm telling you now in the name of the Lord, it matters. It matters. Ladies, it matters, and it starts from relationship. Are you a wife? When was the last time you made the guy God sent to you feel like a king? Let me tell you, in every brother there is a king. It takes a wife to bring that king out. Are you getting me? When you find yourself shouting at a guy and taking advantage of his niceness, there are some brothers that are very cool-headed. Even if you slap them, they won't do anything, and you deceive yourself to think that because they are cool-headed, they are foolish. There is a lion in every brother. There is a lamb in every brother. Keep the lion in the cage. Don't let it come out. You won't like it. You must make every guy feel like a king. Vashti stopped being a wife. As a result, she left the palace. Vashti, she stopped being a wife. When the king wanted to feel like a king, she was not available, and he sent her out. And here came Esther, Hadassah. Hadassah always made the king feel like a king. She prepared a feast for him, and he said, what's the occasion for the feast? She said, nothing, just heralding your royalty. And the king said, my goodness, please do it again. And then by himself, he said, what do you want? To half of my kingdom. A man will give you anything if you bring the king in him. Don't make requests until he becomes a king. How many ladies have strangled the king dimension in their men? You just come and say, do you know that other brother bought me a laptop? Car, you said, how many months? 6 months you have been trying to buy a laptop. One brother just came out just from church, oh, no strings attached. You are killing the king. When there is no king in your kingdom, enemies will come. Keep the king alive. Ladies, keep the king alive. There are some things ladies have been doing that a guy is tolerating. It does not mean that's how he was designed to live. You shout at a guy anyhow and speak to him anyhow. He's supposed to see you by 7. He comes by 8. You don't give him room to explain himself. Let me tell you this, and you are acting Nigerian film there. There is a king in every guy. Don't take the generosity of any man for granted. I'm sorry to say this, many married women have taken their husbands for granted. They do not exalt that king dimension. When you got married to him, you used to bring food in a tray and be very respectful. Now you just carry a bottle of juice as if you are selling it. Just drop it on the table and say, there's rice in the kitchen. And he will get up. You see, that's the thing with many men. They will get up quietly and go and serve themselves. But you are endangering your marriage. You are endangering your relationship. Many ladies are embarrassed to be wives because it takes submission to be a wife. If you are still driven by ego and I don't want to look cheap, you will never be a wife. To be a wife, you must soil your